It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
Temps a little hot today at Lincoln Financial Field, but keep in mind it is technically still summer as we get you ready for some football in Philly. Well, straight ahead, we've got a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round tilt, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, what a season it was for these Eagles and these Philly fans last year. An 8-0 start, 14-3 final record, 2 blowout wins in the NFC playoffs before coming up a bit short in Super Bowl 57.
And the good thing for Philadelphia is they try and get back to the Super Bowl. Many of the key pieces they had last year are back. Remember, this is the number 3 offense in the league, number 2 defense, and they threw in a heck of an NFL draft. They expect to contend one more time.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, what a turnaround last season in year 1 of the Brian Daboll era, Charles. Yes, they finished behind the Eagles and Cowboys, but they did win 9 games and 1 more for good measure at Minnesota in the wild card round.
Talk about establishing a new base, a new culture, and getting into the playoffs while doing it. So tough to beat this Giants team in the fourth quarter. They expect that to continue.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players, thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
Hurts dumps that off to Penny as running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be. Someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Delay of game, offense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This to Arnold on the short pass. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Smith here. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. From the gun, a give to Penny. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Here's Aaron Sipas now.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So plenty of it.
Getting through the break at record pace and right back to football. 3rd quarter, here we go.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And from his end zone, here's Gary Brightwell.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. Throwing, Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Back to throw. Jones. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Going jet sweep, here's Campbell.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Gano's kick is good, and with it, they have taken the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail him,
Hurts fumbles it.
And the Giants have it. It's picked up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the 2nd half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. First and 10 here.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Giants are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw here. This short throw caught by Goddard. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this down inside the 40.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's first and 10. On first and 10, it's Hurts.
Leaves it for Penny.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Here now, second and goal.
Forced out to his left. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like what the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
And he is going to have a New York first down, and the Giants are going to win the football game. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no